Over the last few years, Art the Clown has become one of the biggest horror movie slashers in the genre, but still to this day, no one truly seems to know where the character came from and what he actually is. In today's video, we're going to be doing a deep dive into Art the Clown, what he is, where he came from, and how he became the new king of slashers. Art the Clown's first appearance was in The Circle 9 in 2008, where Art the Clown definitely looks a little bit less devious, and also isn't the main antagonist in this film. At the points that we do see Art the Clown, he follows an unsuspecting woman to an empty train station, kidnaps her, and does what Art the Clown usually does. Now, this was just a short role for Art the Clown. Nothing too serious, and obviously with him not being the main antagonist. The second time we see Art the Clown is in the Terrifier short film, and at this point, director Damien Leone decided that he was going to send this into a ton of film festivals to see if somebody would pick it up and play this movie. Now, I would assume the reason that they didn't want to do anything with this movie was because they haven't seen a slasher do what Art the Clown does, with the amount of gore and unaliving that happens in these Terrifier movies. So director Damien Leone said, you know what, I'm just going to upload it to YouTube and see what happens. And people absolutely fell in love. People loved Art the Clown, the fact that he didn't talk, and the fact that they didn't know anything about him, on top of the fact that we haven't seen a slasher be this gruesome in a very long time. This is also the first movie where we see Art the Clown as the main antagonist. The third time we see Art the Clown is in the Anthology Series All Hallows Eve, which combines the Circle 9 and the Terrifier short film into its very own movie. This was released in 2013, which is our first full feature-length film starring Art the Clown, which I'm not gonna lie, this movie is absolutely insane, especially because of the things that they decided to add into this movie on top of just the Circle 9 and of course the Terrifier short film. You then jump over to 2016 with the first full-length Terrifier movie, which is a movie I feel like people loved and hated at the same time, because when you think of slasher movies, you think of gore, you think of killing, you think of crazy things. But this movie literally hit people in the spot that they didn't think they could be hit by a slasher. With the sheer amount of gore and killing at this magnitude, people have never seen before. They've also never seen a slasher actually enjoy it. Art the Clown is one of those characters that genuinely enjoys to kill. You can see a smile on his face every single time up until the point he dies. He just loves it. I also have to add in the fact that he is a clown, which is genuinely terrifying if you grew up in the 2016 clown era, because that was genuinely crazy. And finally, you have Terrifier 2 released in 2022, which literally had people throwing up in the theaters. They could not handle this movie. Me personally, my most memorable moment in Terrifier 2 is the bedroom scene where Art the Clown chases a girl down into her bedroom, cuts her up, and then pours salt all over her to keep her alive longer, sitting in her bed giggling and smiling the whole entire time. And of course, you can't forget about Terrifier 3 releasing October 11th this year, said to have one of the most terrorizing first 5 minutes of a horror movie people have ever seen. Now, knowing the way these Terrifier movies go, I'm not going to take that lightly. It is probably going to be crazy. Well, what is Art the Clown? To start, a lot of people speculate that at some point when Art the Clown was a human, he was a surgeon or at least went to medical school, but presumably lost his job because of the fact that he loved to see how much torture the human body can take, which, as I said, we can see in Terrifier 2, where he keeps the girl alive by pouring salt all over her to see how much torture she can take, pretty much having him be fired for being deranged. You can also take into account the mass amount of weapons he can use, and most of them having being scalpels and things like that surgeons would use. His cuts are super precise. If he wanted to unalive somebody extremely quickly, he would just cut them at the neck. Instead, he cuts them all over their body, seeing them run away and chasing them down with a smile on his face the whole entire time. So that definitely gives a little bit of validity to the story of him being a surgeon in a past life. Is he a demon? In All Hallows Eve, we actually see Art the Clown bring one of his victims to the devil, which means that he is, yes, working with the devil, offering people up as sacrifices for himself. Now, does that mean Art the Clown is a demon, though? I don't personally think so. I genuinely think Art the Clown is a human with the ability to reincarnate himself and take a ton of damage with working with the devil. Kind of like a deal he made with the devil. How is Art the Clown immortal? Some people think the devil gave Art the Clown powers in order to reincarnate himself and take more damage, with some people thinking he's just an immortal demon altogether. Now, if you guys have seen the Terrifier movies, we know Art the Clown practically dies every movie, but then randomly just regenerates and comes back. Now, if you remember the end of the Terrifier 2 movie, we see the little clown girl holding Art the Clown's head. Some people think that she is able to rebirth Art the Clown, creating him once again brand new, which, to be honest, makes a ton of sense, because, as I said, if he has the reincarnation power by the devil, that girl is able to reincarnate him every time he dies, but he's practically immortal. All in all, in my opinion, I think Art the Clown is the new king of slashers, because of the fact that we haven't seen a good Michael Myers movie in a long time, we haven't seen a great Freddy movie in a very, very long time, and we haven't seen anything from Jason in super long. The last old-gen slasher movie we saw was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022, which in my opinion was a heaping pile of dog shit. It was not even worth the watch at all, and one of the best slasher movies of the last couple years was Thanksgiving, in my opinion, by Eli Roth, because it had that Scream mentality with a lot more gore and a lot more craziness. Now, the reason that Art the Clown is the king of slashers right now is because he's extremely ruthless, and the fact that we haven't seen a slasher in a movie genuinely enjoy killing people like we've seen Art the Clown do. It's something new. It's something we've never seen before. And the fact that he could regenerate himself also adds another key element to his character itself. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like on it and comment down below who I should cover next. With all of that being said, my name is Chris, and of course, I will catch you guys in the next one.